Good morning, everyone. I'm very honored to be here and excited to have opportunity to introduce LINE's upcoming success. The day before yesterday, we in Japan got very happy news. Tokyo was chosen as a host city for Olympic Games. Thank you so much. Even that moment was very early morning on Sunday. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning. But Japanese Prime Minister Abe let this breaking news spread through LINE's push message to millions of his followers. I guess some people have to be woken up. And for me, it was a really pleasure that LINE could contribute to share this historic moment with celebrations. LINE was born in June of 2011. In that year, we had a big earthquakes and tsunami. It was a huge disaster. LINE had just launched 3 months later after tsunami. Right after the earthquakes, millions of people could not go back to home and they could not have contact methods for their family and friends. There were really heavy confusions. And through that confusions, we could learn that keeping in touch with your friends or your colleague or your significant others could be very crucial at that situations. And we think technology can change that very difficult situations. Following that implication from very sad disaster, we have started LINE project. 2 years later, now we are seeing massive success. This number is about, This number is about our global user base. Just within 2 years later of launch, we could got 230 million users globally. Remarkable thing about this is Japanese users are only 47 million. So in other words, 80% of this user base are coming from overseas markets. 18 million from Thailand, 70 million from Taiwan, and 50 million from Spain, and 40 million from Indonesia. Now, I could say that LINE are about to get global presence. This surprising number is about our annual user growth rate. Don't you think it is an explosive level? And every day, about 7 billion messages are transmitted through LINE. So average LINE user are sending 30 messages per day. This fact means that LINE is a really addictive app. Just 5 days ago, we have announced that LINE will launch new versions of Does anyone recognize this gadget? It's so-called a smartwatch from Samsung. Its name is Galaxy Gear. Including smartwatch, we will adapt LINE into every mobile platform to make better mobile communications. So from now on, let me introduce the reasons of LINE's explosive growth. Nowadays, we are seeing so-called smartphone revolutions. The premium position had shifted from PC to feature phone and had shifted from feature phone to smartphones. To make the best of these global phenomena, Line is developed from scratch to be perfectly optimized for smartphone. It is a truly smartphone native app. Let me explain the perfect optimization for smartphones. You know, today's typical messaging service or social media service like Facebook or Twitter or Skype are operated for both of PC and smartphone. So you have to type ID and password on your smartphone. But don't you think sometimes it could be very troublesome? To maximize smartphone user benefit, we have eliminated unnecessary user efforts. Once users have registered Line, we don't request our user to type ID and password on their smartphone because it could be very troublesome. This is just a very, very tiny example of what is truly smartphone optimizations. Now, many people are realizing that smartphone revolution is turning out to be revolutions in communications. So I'd like to point out that it is not just hardware shift, but communication culture shift. These days, we see massive user migration from just simple email or SMS or simple instant messaging apps to multi-communication apps like Line. Line can handle with not only text message or phone call, but also graphical information or video call, or even can handle with social games. I guess many people in this room had business travel or business trip to attend this conference. Sometimes very long business trips could spoil the relationship between couples. Please raise your hand if you have had very serious trouble with your husband or wife or significant others during a business trip. Wow. Thank you. I strongly recommend you that you should use Line. Let me show you very interesting figure between couple, those who are using Line. According to research that was done among couples using Line by FastTask, it is an independent audience research company in Japan. 40% of couples say they have more frequent communications through Line, and more frequent communications could bring more smooth and intimate communications. 30% of couples say their relationship has improved thanks to Line. I assure you, this is a common fact with Line user, because I am a witness. I and my wife often have quick chat with Line, and our relationship has really improved. But yet, however, to be honest with you, please mind that improvement are word about comparison between past to the present. So it's not necessarily means we are in a very good conditions. I'd like to introduce another interesting or positive side of Line. Before Line spread, if people want to communicate through internet device, they have to express their thoughts or feelings by words. However, I think this situation have been very restricted unnaturally. According to a very famous psychologist study, in normal human face-to-face communications, words accounts for just only 7% of total information. Tone of voice or body language are much more important and including more rich information. But how do you inform your tone of voice or body language? Yeah, it's a very great question. But to solve this problem, we invent this kind of a sticker. A user can express their feelings and emotions by picking up stickers from thousands of our collections. And it works very effectively because just type them. You have to just type them. How to make a strong connection with your family or friends or colleague have been a lifetime topic for long years. We believe that emotion is important than information in terms of personal communications. Emotion sharing is a universal language across borders, across cultures, across continents. Through sticker and line, we are changing people's communication style, and we think this is one of the most innovative points of LINE. We are very proud of it. Initially, LINE was born as a communication app. In other words, it had been just a tool which allows people to communicate each other very privately. But now, we are going to transform LINE from tools to platform, much broader communication platform. As platform, LINE will accommodate not only communications, but also content service like news or weather or fortune telling or selling electronic cartoons on smartphones. In addition to that, we are making a premium marketing environment for blue chip brand advertiser. From now on, let me introduce our accomplishment in terms of LINE marketing. I guess maybe someone recognized this chart. I'm sorry. I believe that today's situation of marketing is a war for time. How to get disposable time from your customer or how to occupy their eyeball or how to keep attention from them is a very key questions for every marketer. This blue bar stands for ad spend, and this green bar stands for time spent. Compared to time spent, ad spend, you can easily find out big, huge gaps in terms of two segments. I mean, print and mobile. In terms of a print media, ad spend is much larger than time spent, and in terms of a mobile, time spent is much larger than ad spend. In a nutshell, print media is getting too much money, and mobile is getting too small. That's why so many print magazines and newspapers are going to bankrupt, and we see so many startups in mobile. We see these huge gaps as huge opportunity. And we making the best of this opportunity following LINE's strong user penetrations, global user penetrations. In terms of LINE marketing, we have only a 1 year history, but already now, over 100 blue chip advertisers have joined LINE marketing. LINE clients list cover various industries from consumer goods companies like Lotte or Coca-Cola to luxurious fashion brands like Ralph Lauren. It also covers various chain store business models from Rosen with 10,000 convenience stores in Japan and to Daimaru Matsuzakaya is a traditional style of very luxurious department store with just only 7 branches in Japan. So what sets us apart from, or I would say, what is the source of our differentiations? First of all, LINE's user base have been differentiated from other social media because it is truly based on real graph, strong relationship between people who know each other in a real world, and it is also focused entirely on smartphones. It is expected to be close to store shelf. In other words, advertisers can reach their consumer with trust and good timing. All of these stickers are sponsored by brands or company. So you can say all of these stickers, it is an advertisement. But I assure you that it is very hard to ignore these ads for LINE user because it represents feelings and emotions of their real friends. So that ignoring sponsored stickers online means that you will ignore your friends or husband or colleague or your boss. From our point of view, just giving information to consumer approach doesn't work in this explosively too much information environment. How to support emotion sharing or how to develop emotional bonds is a key question for today's social media marketer, and LINE aims to support it. From now on, I will pick several cases to introduce actual impact of LINE marketing. Official brand account is one of our key advertisement products. It enables communication between company and consumers as a friend. Initially, I got so many concerns from our prospective clients that are there any consumers who want to become friends of brand or company? Because LINE's friends have been regarded as a very, very personal contact list or presence. However, just within 15 months after launch, total accumulated number of brand friends had reached 200 million. So this fact means average LINE user adding at least one brand or one company account to their friend list. Prime example of official brand account are Rosen's case. Rosen is the largest convenience store chain in Japan in terms of store number. It has over 10,000 stores nationally. And this LINE's account is not just a so-called corporate account. Does anyone recognize her? Her name is Akiko. She is a virtual store clerk on social media accounts. Thanks to power from personifications, friends number of Rosen account could reach over 10 million. And as I mentioned, Rosen's account are represented by Akiko. Thanks to her presence, sending a message from Rosen could perform like a very personal invitation to Rosen's store, not just very tasteless discount coupon. So at least 500,000 of people have visited to Rosen store actually as a result of LINE official account operation. This means that at least 5% of their friends visit the store actually. Another case study comes from McDonald's. McDonald's in Japan is very famous for their very large user base in terms of their owned media. They have 14 million male users. But from this June, they also have launched LINE official accounts. And within 3 months, they quickly got 4 million friends online. Remarkable fact about this case are they could get 2 million people as a purely new user reach. Before account launch, they concerned most of LINE user might be occupied by existing their mail user. And another problem was coming from McDonald's is about their user profile. McDonald's have been concerning that their existing mail magazine user are a little bit too elder, considering their main product is a hamburger. Most of their mail magazine users are occupied with over 30 or 40. Don't you think that is too elder to eat hamburger very frequently? Compared to mail user, LINE users are much more younger and coming from teenager or 20s. So they are able to reach much younger consumers thanks to LINE official account, and they are very satisfied with this result. Let me show you another case about sponsored sticker. As I mentioned, so many stickers are offered by free of charge thanks to sponsorship from our advertiser. In addition to that, normal sponsored stickers model. From this April, we launched a new versions of sponsored sticker. We call it must-buy sticker. Let me explain what means must-buy sticker. First, consumer have to buy goods with unique serial code or unique QR code, and they typed it on LINE apps. They will be able to get original sponsored sticker. In addition to that, they can show off that must-buy sticker to their friends through the LINE. And we expect that friends is likely to be tempted to buy that goods. So this is called so-called viral spread model. This must-buy sticker is mainly targeted for so-called FMCG or CPG brand to keep store face right after product launch. This case from JT, we could see very high redemption rate. They shipped roughly 3 million bottles, actually. Then 16% of serial code printed on that shipped bottle were redeemed actually. I think it's 60% of redemption rate, and 200,000 the number is an extraordinary high number in terms of these kind of marketing activities. Not only JT, Coca-Cola in Japan or Glico or many brands had already used must-buy sticker to boost actual sales and to keep store shelf right after the product launch or renewal. In terms of LINE marketing, we don't need complicated ROI stats about social media. We do not have to pay attention to very difficult definition of what the engagement is, or what is engagement so far. So our strategy is very simple. We contribute to increase sales, and we can increase brand user reach thanks to LINE. Finally, let me say about our future and philosophy of LINE marketing. For many years, there were very famous LINE in advertisement industry. Unfortunately, this LINE is much more far famous than our product LINE. You know, above the line and below the line. And that line divided marketing communication method into two segments traditionally. However, I think these boundaries going to lose its meanings in digital and mobile and social media era. We have an ambition that Line will connect these methods and integrate these methods and make that boundary disappear. So, I mean, line enabled through the line. As I mentioned in these presentations, we are aiming at integrations and innovation in marketing and advertising. But ultimately, our vision is not limited to marketing and advertisement. We have a dream that changing relationship between people and business to make better world. I've come to my presentation end. Thank you.